Welcome to another episode of Milk Tea Friday. I say hi, Vera. So today we'll be going through a dish that I know a lot of people enjoy or love. It's ramen. Ramen! So we'll get right to the Tantan ramen that we have for you today. Just so you know, I'm going to be showing pictures of the bowls of ramen that I got to try. I don't have any video clips of it, of me eating the ramen. I'm not yet at the mukbang levels. Okay, mukbang, I don't know how you pronounce it. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is an example of mukbang. This lady over here, yeah, I can't do that. So I'm not at that level yet. Alright, so but I do have some pictures of the ramen that I got to try. And if you've ever tried any of these from these stores, please do let me know what are your thoughts in the comments below. First up on our list is the Tantanmen ramen from Menya, Noodle, and Bento bar. This is a new ramen dish that they've added to their menu. And so when I first saw the poster, I ordered it immediately. Although when they served me the bowl on my table, I was a little taken aback because the color of the ramen wasn't too appealing, it wasn't appetizing. It's more yellowish compared to the orangey color of Tantamen ramen that I'm used to. And so when I got to try it, it was okay. There's a little bit of a sour taste to a spoonful of the broth. But once you can get past what it looks like and the sourness, it's actually quite enjoyable. Now the pork, they serve pork strips compared to the pork slices that you can find in other ramen bowls. There's nothing special about the pork. It's pre-boiled and they just add it to the ramen once it's prepared, once it's done. They do also serve it with Menya or these bamboo shoots, just to give it a little bit of texture, crunch when you're enjoying your bowl of ramen. The noodles are a little thin, although they do have quite a good bite to it. So overall, I would say it's a pretty okay bowl of Tantanmen. So for the Tantanmen of Menya, Noodle and Bento bar, I think I will give it a 7 out of 10, and that's being generous. Next up on our list is the Tantanmen from Ippudo. If you're a fan of the ramen from Ippudo, please do let me know on the comments below. Now, when I saw the Tantanmen on their menu, I think it's also a new dish to their menu. Usually they've had only 3 kinds of ramen. So this is pretty new. I don't know how long it's been on their menu though. But I ordered it just to give it a try, and I can say that it's a lot. There's a lot of things going on. First, let me start off with the poached egg. It comes with a poached egg, which adds a little bit of creaminess to the broth, to the soup, to the noodles. It's really good. I enjoyed it a lot. And to add to that, they've also got some onions, some cilantro, and some Parmesan cheese. Yes, you heard that right. There is Parmesan cheese. Now, I enjoy cheese, but I'm not the biggest fan of cheese when it comes to being added to certain food dishes. So it's a good thing that when I was enjoying my eating my bowl of Tantamen ramen, I didn't really get so much of the cheese. It was only when I was left with the soup, the broth, towards the end that I could now taste the cheese because it was clumped up together, and I would have a little bit of cheese chunks in my mouth. The onions were throwing me off a little bit. Onions, red onions particularly, have a strong flavor, so it added some texture to the ramen, although I don't know, it kind of threw me off. The cilantro was good, it was refreshing, it added another flavor to the ramen, but again, there's so many things going on. You have the creaminess, you have the onions, you have the cilantro, and cilantro is, it's a strong flavor. You either hate it or love it. I enjoy it, given the right dish. So a lot of things going on, but overall the broth was pretty good. The pork was soft, it was tender, and that's probably because it was fairly thin. I much prefer thick slices of pork with my ramen. But yeah, it was okay. And the noodles of the Tantamen from Ippudo were kind of slightly thick. They have a good slurpability to it. I don't know if that's a real word, but it's much enjoyable when you slurp up your noodles when eating a bowl of ramen. And yeah, it has a good bite to it. What I would give this bowl of ramen out of 10, I would probably go for 7.5. Yeah, 7.5. It's quite expensive. There's a lot more ramen that you can get, probably about 100 pesos cheaper. That's much better, not overwhelming. So yeah, 7.5 is about as high as I will go for this Tantanmen. Last but not least is the Tantanmen from Yushoken. And the first time I tried the Tantamen from Yushoken, my mind was just blown. It raised the bar for me in terms of ramen here in Manila, and I just enjoyed it so much because it's very basic, very simple. You just have the broth, you have the noodles, you have the ground pork, and that's it. Of course, there are add-ons like in the picture here. It doesn't come with the egg, with the tamago. You actually have to shell out, I think, an additional 80 bucks just to have it. But it's actually a good addition to the ramen. But it's quite enjoyable as well if you'd rather just keep it simple. The broth is it's thick, it's rich, it's creamy. It has that spiciness to it. It's just good. The noodles, it's thick. It's able to absorb the flavor of the broth, and again, it has that slurpability to it, and a good bite to it. The ground pork, it's good. It doesn't have its own flavor. It works well with the broth. The noodles, it's just a good combination. It's the kind of meat as well that doesn't get stuck in your teeth. I'm not sure if they use premium meat for that, but it's just good. It's just really good. I will probably give the Tantanmen ramen from Yushoken a rating of 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 is very good. It's really good. So that's it for our episode on Tantanmen ramen. Yes, there are many other versions of Tantamen, many other restaurants that offer Tantanmen, but these are the 3 that I could cover. given the time and budget and distance. But there's so much more ramen out there. I mean, you have shoyu, you have shio, you have miso, you have special kinds of ramen. There's seafood ramen. There's so many kinds of ramen. You got instant ramen. Ooh, that's something I'm looking forward to doing as well, reviewing as well. Yeah, if you have any recommendations, suggestions, or you just want to shout out your favorite ramen, you can shout it out in the comments below. So that's it for me. Thank you again for watching another episode of Milk Tea Friday. And before I go, please don't forget to give thanks. Please like and comment below. And don't forget to subscribe. If you are a fan of the ramen from Ippudo,